Hi, I'm here to give you a step-by-step guide to how to bet on the PGA Tour and some important tips along the way. This video is aimed at people who are new to the sport, so we'll be breaking down all the terminology that you need to know to make sure that you understand before betting. So if you're ready to see what it takes to get started, let's dive in. The PGA is the professional golfing circuit, which features the best players in the world, battling it out every week in search of that elusive green jacket. Bets can be placed on any of these events in Australia. Now this includes major championships such as the Masters Tournament, the PGA Championship, the US Open, and the Open Championship. But they also include lesser-known tournaments like the Rocket Mortgage Classic, the Wyndham Championship, and many others. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to focus specifically on a tournament called the Genesis Invitational, which is currently being played at the time of filming. Firstly, if you want to bet on the PGA, you'll need to sign up for an account with a sportsbook that offers it. If you're after some recommendations, I suggest you check out our best online betting sites page, where we list the most popular options in Australia. Alternatively, you can use the links in the description below. Once you've chosen a site, simply click on the Join button and complete the registration process. And remember, you'll need to deposit money into your account in order to place a bet. You can do so using a number of different banking methods. Most online bookmakers offer a variety of payment options, including debit card, credit card, and bank transfer. Simply choose the one that suits you best and follow the instructions on screen. Now that you have funds in your account, you're ready to place a bet. So let's walk through the process step by step. To get started, navigate to the website of your chosen bookmaker and log into your account. Click on the option to view all the available sports. Then select golf. From there, you'll see a list of upcoming and ongoing tournaments. Select the tournament you wish to place a bet on. We're using the Genesis Invitational for this video. This brings us to the available betting markets. These are the different ways that you can bet on the outcome of the event. As you can see, there are a lot of options. Let's take a closer look at each of them. So first up, we have outright winner bets. This is the simplest and most common type of bet in golf. All you have to do is pick the player you think will win the tournament and put your money down. If they win, you win. If they don't, you lose. Next, we have top finishers bets. These are bets on whether a player will finish in the top 10, top 20, or top 40 of the tournament. This is a great option for those who are confident in their player's ability to win the outright, but still think they'll have a strong performance. Next, we have head-to-head matchups. These are bets on whether a player will beat another player in the tournament. For example, Jordan Spieth versus Xander Schauffele. In this matchup, you would need to bet on either Spieth or Schauffele. If you pick the winner of the matchup, you win the bet. Otherwise, you lose. Next, we have proposition bets. These are bets on a specific event happening during the tournament, such as whether a player will hit a hole-in-one or make an eagle on a particular hole. Proposition bets are usually offered for individual holes as well as for the entire tournament. Finally, we have each-way bets. This is basically two bets in one. An each-way bet is a combination of an outright bet and a top finisher bet. For example, if you place a $5 each-way bet on a player to win the tournament, your $5 would be split between the outright bet and the top finisher bet. So if the player wins, you'll get paid out as if you had placed a $5 outright bet. And if the player doesn't win but still finishes in the top 20, you'll get paid out as if you had placed a $5 top 20 bet. So those are the different types of bets you can place on the PGA. But what are the odds and how are they determined? Well, the odds are determined by the sportsbook based on the likelihood of each outcome occurring. For example, the favorite to win the tournament will have the lowest odds, because they're most likely to win. On the other hand, the underdog will have the highest odds because they're least likely to win. The odds are constantly changing based on a variety of factors, including the player's form, weather conditions, and even the amount of money being bet on each outcome. So let's say you've decided on the bet you want to place. How do you actually go about placing it? Well, it's simple. Just follow these steps. Choose the bet you want to place. Enter the amount you want to bet. Click on Place, Bet, and that's it. You've now placed your bet. You'll then need to wait and see whether your bet wins or loses. If it wins, you'll be paid out according to the odds. And if it loses, well, then you've just lost that bet. So that's how to bet on the PGA. But what are some important things to keep in mind before getting started? Well, here are a few tips. First, always follow the player form. This is probably the most important tip of all. Golf is a sport where form is everything. A player who is in good form is much more likely to have a good tournament than a player who is out of form. You can follow the form of the players by checking their recent results, and also by watching their body language and demeanor on the course. If a player looks like they're struggling, they probably are. Secondly, consider the course type. Different players play better on different types of courses. Some players excel on long winding courses with lots of trees, while others thrive on wide open courses with plenty of room off the tee. Before placing a bet, it is important to consider the type of course the tournament is being played on and whether or not the player you're betting on is suited to that type of course. Thirdly, use promotions. Sportsbooks offer all kinds of promotions, especially for new customers. These promotions can give you free bets, matched bets, or even boosted odds. And they're a great way to make some extra money while you're betting. Just be sure to read the terms and conditions of the promotion before taking advantage of it. Fourthly, bet small while learning. When you're first starting out, it is important not to bet too much money until you get a feel for the game and how the odds work. Start by placing small bets on easy matchups and work your way up from there. That way, you won't lose too much money if you happen to bet wrong. In conclusion, betting on the PGA can be a fun and profitable experience, but it's important to know what you're doing before getting started. Hopefully this video has helped you learn the basics of PGA betting, and now you're ready to start betting on your favorite golfers. Good luck, and may the best bettor win. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment below, and subscribe to stay updated on all things related to betting on the PGA Tour. And if you'd like to learn more about the different types of bets you can place on the PGA Tour, check out our detailed guide linked below. Thanks for watching.